Hi everyone, this is Kathy from the Moonbeam team here with Kevin from the Moonbeam team as well. And we're like super excited to be with everyone today in the announcement of the Moonbuilders Academy that we did on Friday. So I'm the head of community in the Moonbeam team. Kev, I'll let you do a quick intro of yourself.
Oh, sure. I work on the developer relations team for Moonbeam.
Yes, and we announced the Moonbuilders Academy last Friday, and we wanted to make this like quick overview just to make sure that we respond to common questions that we have received from the community so far, and that we also like give you guys a overview of how to enroll to the academy and what you're going to see in the academy, and we're also going to respond to any questions that you have. So before getting started, I'm going to give some housekeeping rules. There is a box in the bottom that is called Ask a Question. If any of you have a question, please put it there. And we're going to go through questions at the end. So that's pretty much it. Let's get started. So we pretty much like introduced the Moonbuilders Academy last Friday. This is like the first learning hub and platform for developers that the Moonbeam team has created. So it was like great for us to finally like announce it and share it to the community. And we got around like even like I think it was like a little bit more of 600 people that enrolled in only like the first 3 days. So it's fantastic to see that the community is using it. So in the Moonbuilders Academy, you are gonna find like 8 courses right now that are all developers focused. These courses are gonna start from like the very basics of like Substrate, Polkadot, and Moonbeam, and then you guys are gonna know more about like tools that you can use in the Moonbeam smart contract, and also like you're gonna know more about like staking DAO, for example, and even like more things that are available in Moonbeam. So as many of you may know, Moonbeam has rapidly become a top destination for building multi-chain decentralized applications. So that's why this academy aims to teach developers to know how to use the platform and build multi-chain applications. Now Kev, that is here on the line with me, he's gonna go through a demo of the platform, but we're very excited to have you here. So if you have any questions, please again put them on the ask a question box. And then Kevin, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm just going to share this window and provide a little bit of an introduction for how to get registered and everything like that. It's very simple. There's a great platform called Teachable. So it means that there's commenting features enabled. There's all sorts of like integrations and stuff. It's a great platform, and it allows us to scale out the course, whether it's adding additional content or updating it as needed. So all of the content is built to last and be relevant for a long time to come. But we are planning on updating features and adding information. And we also have a parallel course right now in Chinese that's built by Henry, also on the developer relations team. And so there's a different link for that, but all the content, is exactly the same. So first thing you'll want to do is go to academy.moonbeam.network. And I might just zoom in a little bit on this window if that makes it a little bit easier for everyone to see. You should exercise, extreme caution if you're not on a link that's moonbeam.network. We also have a doc site, apps.moonbeam.network, all that. Just be sure that the link is moonbeam.network. So once you're there, you can see some information about the course, including the curriculum. And I'll just introduce the curriculum as a bit of background. So the first lesson is just a welcome and a getting started, explaining the importance of setting up a development account. So if you're, building applications, you definitely want to set up a dedicated MetaMask that's just for development purposes, so it doesn't hold any real funds. It's very important that you don't mix, your real funds with your accounts that are for testing purposes, because we're copying and pasting private keys. We are storing them, in a manner that's not the most secure when we're testing and developing. So that's something to keep in mind. Then the next part of lesson 0 just shows you how to connect your MetaMask to any of the Moonbeam networks. So that's Moonbeam, Moonriver, Moonbase Alpha, and that's showing you how to do it via the doc site with a button or through kind of a manual process. Lesson 1 is a whirlwind introduction of many different things. We're going to take you through Polkadot, including, how the Polkadot relay chain works, how the parachains work. So Moonbeam is a parachain on Polkadot. And so we kind of go through a very quick whirlwind introduction to all that. And then we also explain how Substrate is a framework for building blockchains in the Polkadot ecosystem. So Substrate's very powerful, and we kind of quickly introduce that. Lesson 2, we go much more in depth into Remix, and also a brief introduction to Solidity. So that involves we're going to build our own contract. And the contract is very simple, but this is just lesson 2, right? We're just trying to introduce you to some of the fundamentals, of Solidity and how to compile contracts and deploy them. And we also try to link to resources for you to go more in depth. So in order to get the most out of this course, we highly recommend that you follow along with the steps that we're taking in the course, and then click on any resources to explore further. So as an example, you can have the course on one tab, you can have your Remix on another tab, and you'll learn so much more if you follow along, with the exact steps that we're taking. And then we start to look into various blockchain development frameworks and tools. So as you may know, Moonbeam strives to be as close to Ethereum as possible. So that means that all of the tools that work with Ethereum, such as Remix, Hardhat, Truffle, they're all natively compatible with Moonbeam, right? So that also extends to Web3.js and Ethers.js. So we walk you through how to use those different JavaScript frameworks. And we start with the basics. We start with sending a transaction, and then we do more complicated things like deploying a contract with Web3.js and Ethers.js. So it's very cool. If this is the first time that you've ever interacted with a blockchain development framework, you'll be able to see how you can do that. And it's quite fun to be able to submit a transaction with Web3.js or Ethers.js. You can read the contract, so you can see the state changes that you've made to the blockchain in real time. And so that's quite fun to see. Moving along, we also introduce Chainlink price feeds. So Chainlink price feeds are deployed to Moonriver and Moonbase Alpha, and they're coming soon to Moonbeam. But these are quite important feature of your application, and we access them as an already deployed interface or contract. So that brings us along to precompiles, which is interacting with them is quite similar to interacting with the Chainlink price feed. And the precompiles, we actually talk about 3 different ones in this course. We talk about the staking precompile, we speak about the democracy precompile, and then I think I may briefly introduce one more. So maybe it's just 2, but the lessons 7 and 8 are the most fun of the course. So that's the staking DAO, and this was built by Henry, and it's a full Solidity contract for launching your own DAO. And the DAO's purpose is to nominate or actually initiate a delegation to a collator on Moonbase Alpha. So that's quite fun. And the way you can see it working in action and everything is that the minimum threshold for making a delegation is 5 dev in Moonbase Alpha, or it's 5 Moonriver and 50 Glimmer on Moonbeam. But the point is to build a DAO where people can pool their funds, and then the DAO actually programmatically, without any interaction, as soon as it reaches the minimum threshold, it will go ahead and delegate to the collator that you've pre-selected. So in these lessons, we go through creating the DAO step by step. You can type out and go through. You can build your own version with your own customizations. You don't have to stop at the one that we've built, but we'll take you through everything step by step, and you'll understand like kind of the design decisions. So it's more than just like here's how to do an event in Solidity, right? But you'll understand kind of the background as to why we're doing this, and then why we're restricting access to the DAO. And so it's really fun to kind of go start to finish in building something. So I think that by the end of the course, you just might be inspired to maybe work on your own project. And there's lots of help that we can provide you for that. We're always available in the Discord. We also have many different Moonbuilders workshops, which highlight different tools and teams and highlight different ways that you can build on Moonbeam. We have those once a month. We also have Dev's Open Mic, which we just started last Wednesday. That's going to become a weekly occurrence, and the exact times will be listed in Discord. But Moonbuilders Open Mic is your chance to come and or Dev's Open Mic, just come and ask some questions. You can also showcase your project. We have plenty of time. It's like an hour or so. And if there aren't any questions, then, you can absolutely showcase, the project that you're working on. So that is quite fun. I've been talking a lot about the curriculum, so let me go ahead and get into actually registering and using the platform. So we clicked on getting started, and we can go ahead and sign up with email. You can also continue with Teachable if you already have a Teachable account. We'll go ahead and create an account and then create a password. Sign up. Okay, and the first page that you see is you'll see an introductory video to Moonbeam, and you can actually go ahead and click on Get Started. And the way the course is set up, you do have to progress through the lessons linearly. However, if you've already seen a video, like for example, on lesson 0, if you've already connected your MetaMask to Moonbeam, you don't have to watch this video all the way through. You would just have to complete this onboarding form, which we'll go through in just a second. But you do need to progress through the lessons linearly. You just don't have to do them in terms of going through all the videos from start to finish if you've already seen something, or sometimes a video will be marked as optional. We typically start out separate each lesson into various different parts to kind of make it more digestible. And if you don't have time to spend 30 minutes, but you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes here and there, we try to keep the videos kind of under 10 minutes each. So in the first part, we're just showing you kind of some background information, but the most important part of lesson 0 is just your onboarding form. So you can go ahead and click Get Started, and there's just some basic information that you need to provide here. Your name, what you do, and then we also have a few more things which are important. And so if we just scroll down, you need to provide an address so that you can receive your NFT. You can also provide your Discord address. That's important as well. Your Discord username. So if I were to provide that. Okay, lastly, your address here. Here you should provide a good address that you own. You could be aware of any privacy or security concerns. If you don't want others to see your main address, you can create a different address that's just for NFTs. You just need to provide that. And once you've completed the course, at a certain point in the future, we'll announce when we're distributing the NFTs. There's no rush to complete the course, right? Take your time, go through everything, make sure that you understand everything. And there's no as far as I'm aware, Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no limit. We're not limiting, the number of completions or NFTs. So don't feel like you need to rush through this just to get to the end.
Yeah, the most important thing for us is that you really enjoy the courses, that you really get something from the courses. And that's why we not only have the platform available for you guys, but also like Kevin mentioned, we have the developers open mic on Discord. So if you have any questions, if something wasn't clear, if you want to read more, get more resources about it, feel free to join us. There's also a channel called Builders. It's an open channel in our Discord server where all our developers community can can interact with us. We're going to go through some of the questions that we have received so far. One actually that I want to like anticipate is based on the Discord server. So there is no dedicated channel to Moonbuilders, but there is a role for the Moonbuilders. So when you subscribe and enroll the Academy, and also leave us your Discord username here in this onboarding form, we're going to add you a role. That role is going to be Moonbuilders. Once you have the Moonbuilders, there are going to be a couple of things that like you're going to notice with this role. One, like, is that like your role is going to be visible on the right side of the Discord server. So everybody's going to know who is actually a student of the Academy. And second, we're going to use that role to notify you when there's any new course, because we're going to talk a little bit more about like what's going to be the roadmap of the Academy. 8 courses is not going to be enough. There's always going to be coming more into Moonbeam. So we want to make sure that we update you into like new content and new features and new integrations that we have. So we're going to continue adding more. So we're going to like notify you with that role. So that was a very common question about like, is there a dedicated channel? There is not, but you're going to have what you're going to receive a role. Just make sure that you complete the type form that Kevin indicated.
And I just saw one of the questions coming in from Rutger. Great question. The NFT address does not require an existential deposit. And also, even though, you know, Kusama and Polkadot require existential deposits, no account on Moonbeam or Moonriver requires an existential deposit. So I think, yeah, we covered kind of the important things for lesson 0. And then I was just going to mention there are, you know, comments, so you can discuss here. You can provide, you know, feedback or tips to others. But, you know, for the more immediate and the more like elaborate conversations, we recommend all of that, you know, take place in the Discord. You'll probably get help much faster there.
Yeah, and yet I also wanted to add what Kevin was referring to the NFT. So NFTs are only going to be provided to the students who completed the whole academy. So until now, if you completed the 8 courses, then you're going to get your NFT. While we add more courses, you're going to have access to them. But like we're always going to require all the completion of the courses. For lesson 0, there's no quiz, so you don't need to like do a quiz or anything. It's just like an onboarding lesson 0 course for you. But starting lesson 1, once you read all the lectures, you are gonna have access to complete the quiz. The quiz has a minimum of like answers that have to be correct, so you pass to the next one. So that's why we make sure like at the end of the course that you like have like the basics of Moonbeam to start building a multi-chain application.
And something to just highlight here is that I tried to move to the next course, lesson 1, but if you don't click complete and continue, you might get locked out. So just use this button on the upper right-hand corner, and then I can progress to the next lesson. And in this next lesson, let's also showcase what the quiz looks like. So you have a couple different parts. We have a resources you know, guide on each of these sections, but then you can see what the quiz looks like here. I'm not going to give away the answer here, but you can click on it, and I believe, let me see. I believe you can click on multiple ones, and that's kind of part of the challenge. Is that for many of these quizzes, there are multiple answers. So you'll need to select all of the correct ones and then just press check. Don't worry if you got it wrong. You have plenty of chances to take the quiz again. So that should be, you know, no problem at all. I see people leaving comments. Thank you so much here. This is fantastic because part of the lesson 1 at the end was just to try out 2 different dApps on Moonbeam or Moonriver, and then just leave a comment for which 2 dApps you tried out. So if you see those comments of random different applications, you'll know why they're there.
Amazing. And if also you have any feedback for us during the course, if you like it or you want to just leave us a comment, we love feedback from the community. So we're always open to like continue improving the platform and make it better for you guys. So your experience and knowing how was the experience in general is super important for us. So feel free to leave the comments that you want.
Absolutely. And I want to kind of mention our other places where kind of like our resources live. So we have a huge built out docs site with tutorials for just about everything you can imagine. So definitely you want to check that out. For, you know, some of our like forward facing tutorial content for like maybe things that include everything such as Moonbuilders Workshop, and then also, you know, shorter tutorials like how to connect MetaMask. We have that on our YouTube as well. So we want to support you, you know, regardless of the way that you learn. If you prefer written content or video content, we want to have it, you know, all available for you. If anything changes, right, you know, the latest source of truth, you know, will be the doc site. So if something is in a video and like a link is slightly different that's shown in the video versus like a current one, you know, you'll find the latest information all on the doc site.
Exactly. And we're going to also like continue keeping updating the course. So like you're going to probably see it first on the doc side, but the plan is to always keep like the Moonbuilders Academy up to date. So we make sure that you guys have like, you know, the latest updates that are happening in Moonbeam. And talking about these, like maybe we should like cover a little bit the roadmap of the Moonbuilders Academy, because I'm excited about that. So we're going to continue adding more courses. This is going to be based on the tech functionalities that are new into Moonbeam and Moonriver, but also like integrations from our ecosystem and the projects that are live in Moonbeam and Moonriver. So stay tuned, because like we're starting this amazing academy with only 8 courses, but more is gonna come. And like all of you that are in our Discord server are gonna get notified when there is a new course available.
Thank you so much for joining us. I think that's all I had in terms of the demo. Was there anything else that I missed, Kathy?
I don't think so, Kev. I think I was like pretty complete, but actually I got some questions from that community. I think it was on Discord, and it was like if the academy was going to be available in other languages. So this is also in our roadmap. We're checking into the platform at the capabilities that it has to like be multilingual, or if we have to like open a new academy like Moonbeam China. So stay tuned. Like we don't have an estimated time of launch for this, but we're going to plan to like continue making this academy better for you guys. So that's why we're going to continue like updating content, like having new functionalities, but we also need from your help and your feedback to make this academy better. At the end, it's going to be a community effort. So yeah, that was it on my side. I don't see any more questions coming. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. So thank you so much, Kevin, for this amazing demo, and also like for helping with building all this content. Like all like props to like Kevin, who like was doing these amazing videos and demonstrations for you guys. So if you have any questions, reach out to us on Discord. Again, just as a reminder, we host developers office hours that is called the Developers Open Mic on Discord. These are happening every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and it's gonna take an hour. We never have a structure. We don't have like pre-built questions or anything, so it's just an open space for developers where you can like ask the questions that you want, and if you have a project, you have an idea, come and share with us. We're gonna be more than happy to hear it. So nothing. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you very soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
See you.